Man, let's dive right into this right now. So this is the current little photos right here that is going viral all over the internet. And it's Caitlin Clark with these Stanley Cups and some Nike gear, man. I just think this is just a dope silhouette right here, these photos. But just to see Caitlin Clark still at will maintaining to land deals is, legendary. And not to mention, she still got to deal with Gatorade as well. So for her to land this Stanley.
Breaking developments show that Caitlin Clark has secured a major new partnership with Stanley Cup brand, adding another significant sponsorship to her growing portfolio. Despite missing considerable playing time this season due to injury, the basketball star continues to attract major brand partnerships and commercial opportunities. The popular drinkware company has launched a collaboration featuring Clark, with promotional images circulating widely across social media platforms. The partnership showcases Clark alongside Stanley's signature tumblers while sporting Nike apparel, creating a striking visual presentation that has captured widespread attention online. This latest deal demonstrates Clark's continued marketability even while sidelined from competition.
With Gatorade as well. So for her to land this Stanley deal is just, I know a lot of people talk about her agent not being there for her agent doing all these things. I got to give it to her agent, bro. Now, granted, would Caitlin Clark be getting these deals if she didn't have her agent? Probably. But she still got to give some, we still got to give some credit to the agent. This is a nice cup here. I don't think I ever seen one like that. This is legendary right here. And Caitlin looks super happy to have.
The endorsement joins her existing partnerships, including a notable agreement with Gatorade, proving that her commercial appeal remains strong regardless of her playing status. Industry observers note that her representative has been effective in securing these opportunities during her recovery period. The Stanley collaboration appears extensive, featuring an entire collection of products including multiple tumbler designs, water bottles, and larger containers. The product line showcases distinctive color schemes and branding elements that align with Clark's personal aesthetic. Promotional materials suggest the merchandise will be available for purchase, though specific release dates remain unclear.
Right here, and Caitlin looks super happy to have this deal as well. But I'm excited about this. I think this is a big time deal. I think this is legendary in itself. And she has done it again. She has definitely done it again. And they put out like a little video too. If I can get that pulled up, let's check out this little video of this Stanley commercial little thing here. Let's see. Hopefully it's not copyrighted. Let's see here.
Meanwhile, discussion continues around Clark's potential return to active play. The Indiana Fever has utilized 17 different players throughout the current season on an 11-player roster, highlighting the significant impact injuries have had on the team's composition. Team officials have suggested that expanded roster sizes might better accommodate such challenges in future seasons. Clark's absence has been particularly notable given her transformative effect on team performance. Basketball analysts widely believe that her return could dramatically alter the Fever's playoff prospects, with many suggesting the team could contend for championship consideration with her healthy participation.
Let's see here. Let me cut the sound up real quick. Let's see. So this is the commercial, guys. Oh, that's hard. Stanley, Caitlin Clark. Hey, that's hard there, man. I wonder when these cups going to go on sale, man. Caitlin definitely be getting. Oh, she got a whole.
Recent footage shows Clark accompanying the team on their current West Coast tour, visiting California for upcoming matchups against the Sparks and Valkyries. Her presence during travel suggests continued involvement with team activities despite her inactive status. The debate surrounding her comeback timing remains intense among fans and commentators. Many advocate for her immediate return, citing the team's improved championship potential with her on court. Others express caution about rushing back from injury, emphasizing long-term health considerations.
There, man. I wonder when these cups going to go on sale, man. Caitlin definitely be getting. Oh, she got a whole line of cups. Oh, look at this. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cups. She got a jug. The cup, the water bottle, all Caitlin Clark. And I like those colors, man. That silhouette is dope. It just kind of make you wonder about her sneakers. Whoops. Did I go too far? I think I went too far. It just kind of make you wonder about her sneakers. Is that going to be the colorway? I don't know.
Clark's merchandise appeal extends beyond traditional sports gear, with her logo designs receiving particular praise for their creative execution and visual impact. Fashion observers have noted the strong aesthetic choices in her branding approach, suggesting significant commercial potential once products become widely available. The Fever's current roster situation reflects broader league challenges with injury management and depth. Players like Chloe Beebe and Lexi Hallhead have been managing their own health situations while contributing to team efforts during this difficult period. Clark's continued presence around the team during road trips indicates her commitment to supporting teammates despite her inability to compete.
Oh, what's this right here? Caitlin Clark taking pictures with kids. WNBA Candace Parker said WNBA need more roster spots to accommodate the potential injuries. Bro, I just did a video about this morning. I just did. Let's listen to this real quick. I didn't even see this.
Expand the roster. Powers is the 17th player to wear the Fever uniform this season. And no, the WNBA did not.
Her involvement in promotional activities and brand partnerships during recovery demonstrates a professional approach to maximizing opportunities during downtime. The Stanley partnership represents another example of how modern athletes can maintain commercial momentum even during competitive setbacks. Clark's ability to secure major brand deals while injured showcases the evolving landscape of sports marketing and athlete representation. Team performance discussions consistently return to Clark's potential impact upon return.
17th player to wear the Fever uniform this season. And no, the WNBA did not change the rules about roster sizes. This is actually the case. 17th player on an 11-woman roster, which is insane. And I think it goes back to the cry of like, expand the roster. Because if you have someone that is the next man up with all of these injuries, at least they're familiar with their offense.
Yeah, with the offense, and you're not trying to work through in the middle of the season, end of the season type of thing. So, but honestly, everyone that we've signed, no matter how late we've signed them, had honestly just came in and just been ready and focused.
The Fever's struggles with roster stability have highlighted how crucial individual players can be to overall success, particularly someone with Clark's demonstrated influence on both team chemistry and competitive results. As the West Coast road trip continues, attention remains focused on any updates regarding Clark's recovery timeline and potential return date. The combination of her commercial success and anticipated on-court impact continues to generate significant interest across basketball communities and sports media platforms. The situation involving WNBA players and the unrivaled league presents a clear clash of interests that cannot be ignored.
How late we've signed them, had honestly just came in and just been ready and focused on what we do and just try to adjust the best they can. And honestly, I think everyone's just been doing a pretty great job.
Now, the growing discussion that's going into this season is, should Caitlin Clark come back? She's definitely gone on a road trip. So I believe this is from today. They got a West Coast road trip. That's a nice hoodie she's wearing. I like her. Man, I love Caitlin Clark logo. I don't care what nobody says. It's fire, bro. Like, that was genius. I'm for it. It's legendary. And I'm not just saying that to be a Caitlin Clark.
When examining the roles of Fee and Stewart on the NBPA committee while simultaneously having stakes in Unrivaled, the contradiction becomes obvious. Despite attempts by various players to dismiss these concerns, the reality remains that this represents a genuine conflict. Stewart's response was particularly telling when she stated it wasn't a conflict yet, essentially admitting that it would become one if things didn't go their way. This kind of reasoning doesn't eliminate the fundamental issue at hand.
Conflict of interest yet. Basically, it's not a conflict of interest until you don't give us what we want. Then we're going to make it a conflict of interest. And I'm like, no, it is a conflict of interest. It's not saying. And then you have people coming out there and saying, oh, we trust Nafisa Collier, and like, oh, like, why would you say it in bad air, basically? And Stewie, and it's like, you can like Stewie. You can like Stewie. I don't dislike Stewie. I don't dislike Fee. I like Fee.
People can support these players personally while still acknowledging the problematic nature of their dual positions. Recent statements from Sabley on social media highlighted how the league discourages participation in unrivaled and overseas play. When questioned about these claims, she appeared surprised that such information had become public, despite her own previous comments and similar statements from Gabby Williams during All-Star Weekend. The pattern suggests players receive direct guidance to avoid making such public declarations.
Lifey. Like, it's just a case of conflict of interest, and what Satu said summed it up again.
Satu, you were saying on TikTok that the league doesn't want you guys playing on Rival, the league doesn't want you guys playing overseas. What was expressed to you?
I wasn't aware that they already publicly announced.
I don't understand that, like, Satu goes, I wasn't aware they already publicly announced.
The financial aspects reveal interesting dynamics. Sabley disclosed earning more at Unrivaled than during her entire WNBA career, excluding one particular season. This indicates her Unrivaled compensation was under $200,000. The WNBA reportedly offered to multiply salaries by 4 times, meaning they proposed paying Sabley twice what she would earn, combining her current WNBA season and Unrivaled participation.
I wasn't aware they already publicly announced it. 1, she said it herself, and 2, Gabby Williams said it All-Star Weekend. She wasn't the first person to say it, but she said it. What's you on about? I didn't know they publicly announced it. She wasn't even the first person to publicly say it. But yeah, it is. I'd say she was probably told, she's probably told, don't do that. And to stop saying stuff like,
her characterization of this offer as insulting seems questionable given the substantial increase proposed. Player compensation at Unrivaled averaged around $250,000, though top performers like Serena Eskew and Angel Reese likely earned significantly more, possibly $350,000 to $400,000. This creates salary disparities that complicate discussions about fair compensation. Sabley's consistent criticism of league leadership, regardless of the issue, creates a pattern where legitimate concerns may get overshadowed by perceived constant complaints.
Don't do that. And to stop saying stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, like, she basically, she said it, was it in this one where she said it?
I'm sad. I mean, that's wrong. I made more money at Unrivaled than excluding this year in my entire WNBA career. So.
She said excluding this year. Which means Satu Sabley made less than 200K at Unrivaled. The WNBA, I shit you not, are trying.
Her objections to scheduling 5 games in 8 days ignore that every WNBA team faces similar compressed schedules at some point during the season. Proposals to extend the season duration primarily benefit Unrivaled participants while potentially harming other players. Currently, there's approximately 2 weeks between college season conclusion and the draft, followed by 1 month before season start. Most players begin overseas commitments in late September unless their teams reach the finals.
The WNBA, I shit you not, are trying to offered to quadruple the salary. So basically, offered Satu double what she would be making her current WNBA season and Unrivaled combined, making double that. They offered her double that. And Satu's called it a slap to the face. They offered double the Unrivaled and her WNBA salary.
Lengthening the WNBA season to end in November instead of October would reduce earning opportunities for players competing in China, Europe, and Australia, as those contracts typically offer higher compensation than WNBA salaries. The conflict becomes more pronounced when considering that many committee members have ownership stakes in Unrivaled. Their financial interests could influence negotiations in ways that benefit their investment while disadvantaging players who earn money through overseas competition. Even substantial WNBA salary increases wouldn't offset this imbalance because the Unrivaled connected players have too much influence in the negotiation process.
And her WNBA salary combined, and she said it was a slap to the face. Like, for all the players being like, Unrivaled this, Unrivaled that, like, the players averaged 250K. They averaged 250K. And you also have to take into account that there were players earning way more than that in your Sabrina and Eskews. I reckon Angel Reese was making easily 350, 400K.
Recent injury concerns add another layer to the debate. Multiple unrivaled participants suffered significant injuries, including Betnijah Laney Hamilton missing an entire season, Angel Reese struggling early due to injury recovery, and Brianna Stewart requiring meniscus surgery that threatened her season availability. These incidents support league concerns about additional competition risks. The negotiation dynamics suggest unrivaled stakeholders might accept agreements prohibiting play in other leagues while protecting their own investment.
That would be my assumption, is that that's what she was making. But at the end of the day, players made a lot more than Satu. Satu keeps her foot in Kathy's neck. And that's what I always say about Satu complaining. It's like, it's the Satu who cried Kathy. It's like the boy who cried wolf. Like, no matter what happens, no matter what it is, whether it has nothing to do with Kathy Engelbert, Satu calls out Kathy. Like, it doesn't matter. It could be over anything. She goes mad about...
This approach would benefit top-tier players with unrivaled connections, while potentially harming lower-paid players who rely on overseas income. Proposals for player equity in the WNBA face practical obstacles. Either equity remains fixed, disadvantaging future players, or shares get diluted, reducing the value for current holders. Neither approach provides a sustainable solution.
Satu calls out Kathy. Like, it doesn't matter. It could be over anything. She goes mad about 5 games in 8 days, and I'm like, every single team in the WNBA at some point in the season plays 5 games in 8 days. Is it a shit one? Yeah. But every single team does that. And unfortunately, do you want to know, and anyone saying, oh, make the season longer, make the season longer. But that only benefits players that are playing in Unrivaled. Lengthening the season only benefits the players that are playing in Unrivaled, because unless these players are making more...
The potential for a lockout exists primarily if unrivaled participation becomes a non-negotiable issue. If league ownership decides players cannot participate in unrivaled despite offering increased compensation, the stakeholder conflicts could prevent reasonable compromise. The involvement of unrivaled owners in WNBA negotiations creates situations where business interests may override player welfare considerations. This complex web of financial interests, competitive concerns, and negotiation influence demonstrates why addressing these conflicts of interest matters for the sport's future development and fair treatment of all players, not just those with alternative league investments.